So we have seen that for a function, the inverse exists only when the function is 1, 1 and onto. Then we were discussing that previous knowledge, like the previous informations, the one you have studied in the last year, graph of trigonometry functions, their domain and their range. These all things we have discussed. Like here, uh, this is one we last discussed in the last class or in the last year. Say sine theta. The domain is set of all real numbers, and we have seen that the range is, we'll get the output between -1 and 1. That means set of all real numbers between -1 and 1. Similarly, cos theta, the domain is set of all real numbers, output a set of all real numbers between -1 and 1. And these all things we have seen: tan theta, sec theta, cosecant, and cotangent. For all these trigonometric, 6 trigonometric function, we have seen the domain and range. Now we have to see what about the inverse of these trigonometric functions, like sine inverse. So we normally write it as sine inverse x. It is not like this sine x to the power -1. It's a different thing. Sine x to the power -1 matlab, it is 1 upon sine x. One second, my pen is getting weird. Is equal to 1 upon sine x, and this is a these two are not equal. This is a different thing. This concept is, this means sine x to the power -1 matlab, it is the reciprocal of sine x, 1 by sine x. Sine inverse x, this is the inverse of, this is a symbol for inverse of sine x. Okay, this is inverse of sine x. And now my question is whether this trigonometric function is, the trigonometric functions are 1, 1 and onto. That's my question. Are trigonometric functions are,
Mr. Johnson,
yes sir.
good morning to you and all students.
Good morning sir, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Hello.
Okay, so now my question is, all this are the trigonometry functions. Our trigonometry functions are 1, 1 and onto. This is my question. Yes or no? You have to think and you have to tell me. Because we know that the inverse, if the inverse to be a function, the original function should be 1, 1 and onto. My question is whether the trigonometry function, sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, okay, any one function you take, sine theta, is sine theta is 1, 1 and onto.
Yes, sir.
1, 1 and onto. Okay, I will show you the graph of, okay, sin theta आपने बताया 1, 1 onto है. Okay, see, I will show you a simple example. 1, 1 onto मतलब क्या होना चाहिए? Different inputs के लिए different output होना चाहिए. Okay, so
Yes,
your
sir.
sin theta function, so domain is set of all real numbers. Sin theta का domain set of all real numbers है. Its range is set of all real numbers between -1 and 1. Okay, whatever it is. So, okay, now 30 degree, or in other words pi by 6. 30 degree or pi by 6. What about sine 30 degree? Sine 30 degree. I'm asking you, sine 30 degree or sine pi by 6, what's the value?
1/2.
1 by 2. So if you are not remembering, just use the reference triangle. 30 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree triangle. Sides are in the ratio 1 is to √3 is to 2. So इसमें से आप sine 30 opposite side by hypotenuse 1 by 2 you will get. Okay, now 150 degree, sine 150 degree. 150 degree matlab, you know, the angle comes in the second quadrant.
Second
This is
quadrant.
150 degree. So reference angle is
Yes, sir.
30 degree. So sine 150 degree and sine 30 degree are same. Only thing is sine may vary. Plus hoga, nahi to minus hoga. But 150 degree lies in the second quadrant. Second quadrant sine is positive. So this is also 1 by 2.
Yes,
That is
sir.
also going to 1 by 2.
Yes, sir.
So is it
118.
is it 1 1? No,
No.
because between 0 and 360 itself, between 0 and 360 itself, you will get two values in
What
such a
is the
way that
value of 120 degree? Sorry, 220 degree, 210 degree.
210 degree. Yes, students tell what is
Sine
210
210 degree.
sine 210 degree.
210.
Minus 1 by 2.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it is like this.
Third
Third
one.
part.
Yeah, you are exactly right. So minus, it is like this. This is 210 degree. So reference angle आएगा 30 degree. So sine 210 degree and sine 30 degree are same. Only thing is sine vary plus or minus. 210 degree
Quadrant
lies
is
in
next.
the third quadrant. Third
What is
quadrant
the value
sine
of
is
cos 60? Ek minute, yeah, Johnson, just wait.
yes, yes, yes.
What is value of cos 60? Cos 60.
Root 3 by 2.
Cos 60.
Sir is asking cos 60. I wrote their question. You can see cos 60.
Same as
One
sin
by-
30.
1 by
1
2.
by
1 by 2.
Sin 45.
1.
By root 2.
Cos 45.
1 by root
Same.
2.
And tan 45.
1.
1.
Cot 45.
1.
Sec 45.
Sec 45, sir is asking. Sec 45.
Root 2.
Okay. Table is very important. You must know, at least being the mathematics students, you must know these values. Okay. Okay. Carry on.
Okay, sir. So, so we can see that between 0 and 360 itself, there are two angles whose outputs is same. So clearly it is not,
What is the name of lesson, Johnson?
sir, inverse trigonometry functions.
Okay. Okay. Right. Carry on.
So you can see this. So this clearly this function is not 1 1 because different
One.
inputs are having same output. And okay, even if we left all these things, we know that sine is a trigonometry functions are periodic functions that we have seen the graph also. I will show you the graph again, no problems. So there we have seen that sine theta is periodic with period 2 pi. That means after 2 pi radian, like 360 degree, the graph is again repeating, isn't it? So that means 0 to, then all the values are repeating. So after 2 pi, there's a 0 to 2 pi, then 2 pi to 4 pi, then again 4 pi to 6 pi. The graph is same. That means there are infinite number of outputs are here. Infinite number of inputs are there, outputs are same. So clearly the function is not 1 1. I will show you the graph. Graph से आप समझ सकेगा एक okay. I'm just sharing my screen. So I told you if you want to see some online graphs, you can see Desmos graph. You just take it that. So from the graphing calculator, you can easily check the graph of any trigonometry functions. Look at this, sin x. Look at the graph of sine. See here. 0 to 2 pi. It is given in radian actually. They have used the numbers actually. So you can see the cycle here. I'll write with some green color. You can see that. This green portion. This is one cycle. So this is 0 to, this is the real number corresponding that is 2 pi radian. So 0 to 2 pi. After that, the graph is repeating. So clearly it is not 1, 1. Okay. So same case with the, for any other trigonometry function, you can see cos x. Look at the graph. Again, it's, look at the 0, 0, 2. See this portion, this green one. See, up to this one cycle. After that, again, the graph is repeating. So that is why we say cos is periodic with period 2 pi. And similarly,
Yeah.
for tan x, look at the graph of tan x. So tan, we know that tan x is equal to sin x by cos x. So whenever cos x is equal to 0, the graph is not defined, and cos x is equal to 0 at odd multiples of pi by 2. That means pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, those points. So that is why at those points here you can see that here it's an asymptote here. See this, when it is going down, see that it's asymptote type thing. So you can see that it is from like minus pi to pi. So after that, the graph is repeating. You can see the graph is repeating. So tangent is periodic with period pi. So sine, cos, and its reciprocals, cosecant and secant, they are periodic with period 2 pi. Tangent and cotangent, they are periodic with period pi. So what I want to tell you here is, the important thing is, trigonometry functions are normally not 1, 1 and 1, 2. That's the main thing what I want to tell you. Trigonometry functions are not 1, 1 and on 2.
On to.
So then how this inverse axis, or how we can say, or how we can define that inverse of a trigonometric function? So that is what I wanted to tell you. Look at the graph. See, sine x. Okay. Then, if you look at this particular portion only, I will draw. Look at this particular portion, this much area. Just 1 second, screen is getting stuck. Okay. For one function, if you understand the other one, I can tell you very directly. Look at this. In this area, see that point, look at that point. Can you see minus pi by 2 comma minus 1? Are you seeing that? Minus pi by 2
Yeah.
comma minus 1. So that point is minus pi by 2 comma minus 1. And here look at this point. Look at that point, pi by 2 comma 1. Okay. In the graph, that points are okay. So I took only this much region. In this particular area, the one which I shaded, now is the function is 1, 1 and on 2? Is the function is 1, 1?
Yes, sir. 1, 1
देखो,
होगा.
minus pi by 2 में वैल्यू आ रहे क्या आ रहे -1 आ रहे. Then as you are moving towards, so then values are increasing. You can see that minus 0.79. You can see the values are changing. Minus 613, minus 5, minus 5, minus 4, minus 0.3. You can see that the values are increasing. At 0 it becomes 0. It becomes 0. See. Then again 0.11, 0.17, 0.38, 0.55, 0.75, 0.8. As you can see that the values reaching up to 1. See. So if you look at this particular portion, normally trigonometry functions are generally not 1, 1 and on 2. So when I take that particular portion, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, that is minus 90 degree to 90 degree, then we can make the trigonometry function sin x as 1, 1 and on 2, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Why I didn't take, see, why I didn't take 0 to pi? If I take 0 to pi, this is 0. Here you can see pi. So if I take this portion, 0 to pi, is it 1, 1? If I take, मान लीजिए मैंने इधर मैंने minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 चेक करने के लिए बोला आपको. अगर आपने 0 to pi by 2 चेक किया तो, so graph, this is the graph, you can see, is it 1, 1? 0 to pi चेक किया तो 1, 1 होते हैं क्या? Now we checked minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. We checked minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So I'm asking, if 0 to pi by 2 चेक किया तो, नहीं तो 0 to pi चेक किया तो, 0 to pi. 0 to pi मतलब this area, like if I draw with the red, this red one, that area, is it 1, 1? 1, 1 मतलब different inputs के लिए different output है क्या? Clearly not. एक simple example क्या कर देना, आप एक horizontal line draw कर लेना. जब horizontal line more than 1 point में meet करेंगे तो, if the horizontal line intersect the graph at more than 1 point, then it is not 1, 1 क्योंकि इधर एक output आ रहा है. So this for this particular input. Similarly, the same output is coming here also for a different input. So if the horizontal line touches at more than 1 point, that means the function is not 1, 1. Isn't it? इसको बोलते हैं horizontal line test बोलते हैं. आपका textbook में नहीं है, but simple technique बता रहे हैं आपको. Graph 1, 1 है क्या check करने के लिए सिर्फ आप draw a horizontal line. So now you can see that when I draw a horizontal line here, it touches at 2 points. One is here, another one is here. उसका मतलब उस point में output क्या है? Output this point. This is the output. So that is same, right? Output is same. Inputs are different. Here the input is, here is the input, and here is the, two different inputs के लिए same output आ रहे. So it is not
1, 1.
1, 1. So 1, 1 check करने का simple एक technique है. Graph है तो just draw a horizontal line. If the horizontal line meets the graph at more than 1 point, the function is not 1, 1. So that is why I didn't consider that portion 0 to pi. So I consider the portion minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. And now, so if we consider only this portion, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 of the trigonometry function, then we can make that sin x as a, or we can say, or we can define the inverse of sin x at that particular portion. Okay. Is there any other portion like this? Like when we consider some particular angle to particular angle, then we can define the inverse of that trigonometry function at that particular interval. Is there any other interval? Is there any other interval? Tell me. Are you seeing my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So So now I told you one interval, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. When I consider minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, then then that sin x is 1, 1 and 1, 2. So my question is there any other area that you can tell me?
Mr. Johnson,
Yes, sir.
I'm asking one question to students. What is interval? What is interval there in the domain or function?
Student, sir is asking you.
What is interval is? Okay, you told that domain is inputs of all possible values. So what is interval is? And how you will decide the period for a particular function? ठीक है.
Are you hearing sir's voice?
Definitely, no problem. Mr. I am taking this. We are going to visit that Than Samangi and Ranjini. Okay, one route है. तो रांझनी को जाओ. Register you keep the register. है ना? And type all the points before proceeding. So we are already settled there. Just कुछ चीजें छोड़ के रख दीजिए. है ना? You must have the proper record of it. Okay. Where we have visited and today so he will be busy doing some other work. So and he's preparing good morning. He's preparing certain letters, right now. So you and me will proceed. Tomorrow or day after tomorrow you both go. Okay. So all the times I will not come. So meanwhile you prepare the letter for DM, DO and all concerned persons. You take the printout of all these this NCTM, that is mobile number, and let us paste in that register only. So that for one or the other reason, if you are absent from the school, so other persons will not condemn you difficulty. Okay, now so you can do like this. You take the printout and get it pasted in the meeting register. Okay, finally, you take your printer finally. Okay, I am doing that today. So we'll be visiting today one Ranjini, okay, and two school probably. There are two centers to Ghansanghi, na? 2 or 3? 4 centers. We give the number of all the 4 centers. And before proceeding, you contact their CS. So we are coming. Our principal is coming. So will you be available there? Anna? Okay. Now just spoken in very humble language. Okay. Okay, that is required because this is Jalna. And the people are very critical. Okay. Okay. You take. बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है लेकिन स्मार्ट क्या बात है धीरे धीरे यंग होते जा रहे हैं हम बूढ़े होते जा रहे हैं यू आर डे बाय डे यू आर बिकमिंग वेरी यंग एंड यंग
Yeah, Rohini, Gopal or Sanket, sir is asking, just keep your answers ready.
मेरी
Sir is
से हर
asking,
बार
what is interval? What do you mean by interval? That is one question. Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and
Yes, sir.
another one is sir is asking about what is period? What do you mean by period of a function? Means what do you mean by interval, like minus pi by 2 to pi by 2? मैंने जैसे लिखा है जैसे 2 स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट के अंदर within 2 square bracket I wrote minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. That means interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. And sir is asking about what you mean by interval. Can you give the answer? Interval notation we have studied last year, no? Like intervals like open interval, closed interval, like open interval AB,
Sir.
closed interval AB, then half open, half closed. These are the different types of intervals we have studied. What is the meaning of that? That is what sir asking. One thing. I don't know. Sir, are you there? Okay, I think sir is busy with some works. Let's continue. So interval मतलब क्या है? Like set of like open interval. Listen, are you listening? Gopal, Sanket, Busa, Rohini.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Open interval मतलब क्या है? Open interval AB मतलब set of all real numbers between A and B. But A and B are not included. Closed interval AB मतलब set of all real numbers between A and B. A and B is included. And half open, half closed. That मतलब this is also set of all real numbers between A and B. A is included, but B is not included. Here, this is set of all real numbers between A and B. A is not included, B is included. That's interval मतलब it is in notation only. Instead of writing like this, like A less than X less than B. ऐसे लिखने की जगह we use interval notation. That's all. Meaning है तो set of all real numbers between A and B. And period मतलब आपने जो हमारा सिलेबस में नहीं था period. So periodic function मतलब after some particular values the function the graph is repeating. For example, sine का graph देखेंगे तो 0 में 0, then it will increase pi by 2 में 1 आ रहे, then pi में 0 आ रहे, then 3 pi by 2 में -1 आ रहे, 2 pi में 0 आ रहे. So देखो वन साइकिल कंप्लीट हो गया. 0 था इंक्रीज होके 1 आया, फिर 0 आया, -1 आया, फिर 0 में आ गया. दैट वन साइकिल इज कंप्लीटेड. देन अगेन फिर से इधर से फिर से चालू हो रहे.
One cycle is
Yeah, like so that one cycle that is known as one period. So आप देखेंगे तो इधर साइन का पीरियड कितना आ रहा है? साइन का पीरियड 2 पाई आ रहा है ना. देखो 0 में 0, देन पाई बाई 2 में 1, 3 पाई पाई बाई 0, 3 पाई बाई 2 में -1, so 2 पाई में 0. See that? So one complete cycle हो गया. Then again the process is repeating. And here you can see, here आप देखेंगे तो -2 पाई में 0, और इधर देखेंगे तो 0 में 0, 0 में 0, देन माइनस पाई बाई 2 में -1, माइनस पाई में 0, -3 पाई बाई 2 में -1, -2 पाई में 0. So 0 -1 आ गया, फिर 0, then 1, then 0. So that cycle is completed. How much angle it is moved? 0 to -2 pi, that is -360 degree, or that means 360 degree is moved. That means in 360 degree one complete cycle is completed.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So,
Yes, sir.
yeah, that's known as period.
Period.
Period of a function.
Period of the-
Yeah, for any function, for sine, cos, you can see for sine and cos, and it's the reciprocal, cosecant and secant. You can see that after 2 pi degree, that means after 360 degree, the values will start repeating again. Okay. और यूनिट सर्कल में भी
Yes.
हमने वही देखा था ना. यूनिट सर्कल में क्या होते हैं? यूनिट सर्कल में एक कंप्लीट रोटेशन होने के बाद फिर से 360 डिग्री होने के बाद फिर से वैल्यूज रिपीट हो रहे हैं ना. बिकॉज यूनिट सर्कल में हमने पढ़ाई किया था like sine theta. Suppose this is your angle, suppose this is sine theta. Sine theta is your y coordinate, isn't it? Cos theta is your x coordinate. Tan theta is y by x. ये आपने पढ़ाई किया ना. तो ये कंप्लीट रोटेशन होने के बाद फिर से क्या हो रहा है? फिर से शुरुआत हो रही.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so sine is reciprocal, that is cosecant. Cos and its reciprocal, that is secant. All these 4 trigonometry functions are periodic with period 2 pi. It is not in your syllabus. I'm just telling you for your information. Okay, but after 2 pi degree, the values will repeat. But for tangent and cotangent, we have seen from the graph that their values will repeat after pi degree, 180 degree. 180 degree के बाद फिर से वैल्यू रिपीट होगा. आपने ग्राफ देखा था, ग्राफ में कैसे आ रहा था? ऐसे ऐसे आ रहा था ना, आफ्टर 180 डिग्री के बाद. ओके, For tangent and cotangent, the period is pi. Now, our main point is a very simple chapter. Don't get complicated things. Don't get confused. What we discussed till now is trigonometry function, and in the last year we have seen there what are their domains and all those things. Now this year we studied one new concept which is known as inverse of a function. So simply बोलेंगे तो ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक फंक्शन का इन्वर्स के बारे में पढ़ाई करने के लिए जा रहे हैं. बट इन्वर्स एक्सिस्ट करना है तो फंक्शन तो 1 1 and on 2 होना चाहिए. But trigonometry functions, none of the trigonometry functions are 1 1 and on 2. Okay, none of the trigonometry functions are 1 1 and on 2. So
Yes, sir.
we are considering some particular intervals. जैसे एक एग्जांपल मैंने आपको बताया, जैसे माइनस
Min-
पाई बाई टू टू पाई बाई टू.
by 2.
Okay, so at that time उतना एरिया में function is 1 1 and on 2. So my question is there any other interval like that? Was what I am asking. Is there any other interval like this? If you tell me, sir, from this particular point to that particular point, if you take it is again 1 1 and on 2. Is there any other interval? है क्या? है ना, इधर देखो पाई बाई 2 से मैं ग्रीन कलर में करता हूँ, पाई बाई 2 से लेके 3 पाई बाई 2 तक. ग्रीन कलर वाला एरिया देखो, पाई बाई 2 में कितना था वैल्यू? So pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2, right? That area, pi by 2 में
Yes,
1.
sir.
You can see that pi by 2 में value 1. Then coming to pi में value 0 हो गया, 3 pi by 2 में -1 हो गया. So it is taking all real numbers between 1 and -1. We know that sine is having output between all real numbers between -1 and 1. See this pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2, उतना एरिया कंसिडर करेंगे तो भी 1 1 है, on 2 भी है.
Yes, sir.
On 2 मतलब we have to take values between -1 and 1. Okay, जनरली on 2 नहीं है, क्योंकि आप बोलेंगे सर -2, उसका प्री इमेज क्या है? उसके लिए कोई प्री इमेज नहीं. ठीक है, अंडरस्टैंड? बिकॉज साइन का वैल्यू क्या हो रहा है? साइन का वैल्यूज बिटवीन
-1 to 1.
-1 1 1. सो इफ यू टेक 2, जैसे इफ यू से सर 2, इधर 2 ले लो, इधर कोई प्री इमेज है क्या? नो प्री इमेज. In that case it is not on 2. So we are considering it is from -1 to 1, then only it will become on 2. ठीक है, understood? Because sine and cos they are having sine का domain. So sine का domain codomain, so sine का range क्या होगा? -1 between -1 and 1, set of all real numbers between -1 and 1. So now coming to this point, okay, so you have seen that pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2 consider करेंगे तो भी तभी ये फंक्शन sin x क्या होगा? 1 1 होगा, isn't it? अब और इसके अलावा और कोई है क्या? इसके अलावा हाँ, of course,
Yes.
like Sanket drew here either, I think from this particular -3 pi उधर से -pi by 2 तक, -3 pi by 2 से लेके -pi by 2 तक. Yes, of course. और आप इधर से फिर से 3 pi by 2 से this particular point which is here 5 pi by 2 तक. You got it? और 5 pi by 2 से लेके 7 pi by 2 तक. अंडरस्टूड? इसका लेंथ कितना है? इंटरवल का लेंथ
Half pi.
3 pi by 2 minus pi by 2, 2 pi by 2. So 2 pi by 2 मतलब pi का लेंथ, isn't it? हाफ pi नहीं, pi का लेंथ आ रहा है ना?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
Yes, sir.
so now the main thing is, so these all intervals, if you consider intervals like -3 pi by 2 pi by 2, -pi by 2 2 pi by 2 pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2, or 3 pi by 2 to